If any of you are under, my age, super physically fit, combat veteran, and you want to fight to defend democracy, job is here. The Legion will take you. Go right to the fightforua.org website, and you can join the Legion. And you will be stunned at the number of Americans here. Just absolutely stunned.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of high testosterone Tucker fans that are listening right now and are going to join up any second now. As soon as their balls are tanned, I'm sure they're going to sign right up. Malcolm, you mentioned nukes real quick. You tweeted, caution the new Russian obsession with using nuclear weapons or claiming they will be is used as a form of projection no sober adult should contemplate. They're talking like it's a viable option. This talk I cannot fathom. Watch these dangerous discussions very, very carefully. I mean, what is terrifying is, that he's losing. Right, and bringing in the guy that was known as the Butcher of Aleppo as the new head of the. Clearly these war crimes we're seeing on a daily basis. I mean, do you have a fear of chemical weapon, nuclear weapons? Do you have a fear of that as the more Putin's losing and the more desperate he gets?
I had a fear that they would use chemical weapons in Mariupol, and they still could. But God bless Julia Davis. She's that Russian analyst who takes all these clips from these panels that are the Kremlin's hand-selected personal, panel of analysts and politicians and ex-generals. And what they're saying is what the Kremlin wants them to say. And they have been saying for the last week or so that nuclear weapons are viable. They should use nuclear weapons to clear the Kremlin, clear the city of Kyiv. And I suspect that they view that if they were to use a small tactical nuclear weapon on Kyiv, that it would only produce as much fallout as Chernobyl, which is right up the highway from Kyiv. And it's becoming terrifying. I mean, no sane adult should be using these words. None. There is no viability for nuclear weapons. And now they've done this thing in the last day where they said, England is going to prematurely nuke Russia and give them so that Russia would be forced to nuke Kyiv. And it's this bizarre fantasy world where it's like they want to do it.
Yeah.
And they think that this will clear this whole problem. Certainly after the sinking of the Moskva, the slaughtering of 3 combined arms armies, and, the force that they have in the field right now can be beat, can absolutely be beaten. But the Russians have a mindset now that is dangerous, absolutely dangerous.
Malcolm, you're obviously using your military expertise directly to help Ukraine now, but, technically you're still a military analyst here on for our show at least. What is your take on, what the state of the war is now and where it's going? And is Ukraine getting enough from us? Are there? I think you've talked about specific types of weapons with us before. What is your analysis of where we are and what should happen now?
Well, right now the Russians are doing a push for a town just south of Kharkiv, which is interesting because they had taken this town in 2014, Slavyansk, and they are pushing south and north on a Ukrainian salient, on a little bubble of Ukrainian forces. And they think that they can cut them off with, high quantities of artillery, just razing villages to the ground and you trying to get their armor forces to break through. I say on television, those arrows that point up and down from Luhansk and down from Izumi, this town they're assaulting from, those are just arrows pointing to tank graveyards. The Ukrainians are fighting bitterly. They're defending. This was just kicked off yesterday. It's a major component of the war. If the Russians win and they take Slavyansk, then, the Ukrainians will have to fall back and start treating them again with javelin. I think that the Ukrainians have the capacity to beat them. In fact, the Russians have one good analyst on Twitter actually identified that the Russians have one road for resupply. And if the Ukrainians get back there, whether it's special forces or partisans or just the Ukrainian army pushing forward, they'll be surrounded. So the Russians are taking a big gamble, but Putin seems to think that this commander who's a butcher is going to do it. But if Russia loses, then I think they may go to chemical weapons or nuclear weapons. I just don't know.
Yeah.
The Kremlin is really crazy.
Well, can I just say, you were one of the only military analysts that early on said Ukraine can win this. And now you're putting your money where your mouth is. And I got to say, Tulsi Gabbard was just on Fox News, not just being a Putin apologist, but saying she's for the Don't Say Gay law, and it doesn't go far enough in Florida. So you were right about Tulsi.
Yep.
You've been right about pretty much everything since the get.
Moscow coming.
What's that?
Out there I said, wait till she starts providing color commentary for Russia Today from the Russian side of the battlefield.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, listen, a lot of people are tweeting the picture of us at some red carpet event saying, I'm going to lose all of my gay entirely when you come home. But we were thinking we were saying, just for publicity, I've got to meet you in Times Square, and we have to reenact the photo of the soldier coming home and the famous kiss.
Okay. All right.
Malcolm, please come home. Please stay safe. We are obviously all rooting for you and all so proud of you, okay?
Okay. Well, we'll be in touch.
All right, honey. See you
next
week.
Malcolm.
All right. Thanks, Malcolm. Oh, boy. My soul. Chief, Navy Chief. Sorry, not soldier. I got the wrong branch.
Sailor.
I'm a quivering mess.
You are just wow.
I'm going to get my poodle skirt now.